Okay, so this will be the third Beth the shout out video, carving an owl. So I've been coming here a couple hours a week, working on this guy. I'm not rushing it. You know, this has turned out to be a bigger project than I thought, but that happens in most cases. I got the books carved in. Nothing's perfect. I don't care. This guy's got huge wings. It's okay. It's fantasy. Your fantasy owls can be whatever you want them to be. But in this video, I'm going to carve the textures of the owl hairs. It's kind of, I think, how Ryan Cook taught me, but I kind of forget. So I'll just kind of do it my own way. So it's kind of like doing loops and crisscrossing your pattern with your saw. I'm going to be using my Echo 2511 with an 8-inch carving bar. So I'm just going to go like this, back and forth, all the way down. So, but before, like Ryan says in his videos, you guys, if you're not subscribed to him, he's on that show, Cut Above, and it's coming out to America on October 2nd. So it's going to be out there by the time you guys watch this video. He says it's important to get your shape before you do your details. So I think I'm happy with, this is a silly owl. I don't care. I'm happy enough with the shape. But if you're spending a lot of time on your project, get your shape before you start doing the detail, okay? So we're going to cut in the hairs all here on his side of his head and around back. And so I'm going to do all the same techniques. If it works, it works. I think I've done it on some of my eagles. But yeah, so let me show you this owl. I always struggle with owl eyes. I'm going to show you a picture of the way I had them carved right now. And then I showed just carved Robin picture, and he says, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like him. I'm like, well, that's why I asked you, because I don't like him either. So I did them like this. I kind of just rounded them and painted them. So I did his head, his silly little talons, and here's the books. Okay, so I made it so one book, you can see the pages, so it lets you know that they're books. And I still want, the first one, well, I still want to hear what you guys think I should do for the book names. Okay, so there's the books. This is yellow cedar, so it's very chippy, like it can chip off really easy. And here's the back. I still have to take this down a bit lower. So now let me get the saw set up and we'll do the texturing on the feathers. See, this is an owl me, Ryan Cook and Kevin carved. Uncle Kevin, he's got the YouTube channel. So you can see here, Kevin just showed me to go down like this and just swipe it down. But we're not going to do the wings today. We're just going to do the textures on the chest and the back. So, or you can do it like this. This is the way I want it. I want to kind of go like this and, you know, back and forth. So see how these are going sideways? This one goes up and down. You guys can do it any way you want, really. Okay, so what I'm doing, you're going to see me kind of create like owl patterns or like circles, you know, like little, like upside down fish scales. Anyways, whatever. Just watch if you want to learn how I do it. I gotta set this jack up better and be comfortable when I'm doing this. This wood, see how this wood just chips apart? You see how kind of I got some textures there? But yeah, I gotta jack up the thing. The jack stand, Jordy, Jesus. That's better. Okay. Okay. So this cedar, like, let me try and show you. Like, you see how this comes off? So that's how this wood works. It's not so forgiving. You see, you get pieces like this. It's more, you do a better job if you're more consistent on your scooping or whatever you want to call it. I really don't care, so I just kind of did what I wanted to do. But there you can see there's some texture. So now let's swing it around, and I'll do the back and the sides of the head. Okay, so I lowered the jack down. So now, you know, those aren't professional feathers, but they're the way I do them. I just don't care. Now we're going to continue doing that over here, but you can see in the back where I did the head hairs, I kind of did this, right? Just a straight cut. So now these side feathers, we're going to, right here where these feathers come straight down, I'm going to curve them over and make them all blend together, right? So these ones are still going to come straight down. These ones are going to go like this, back and forth. I mean like this, like fish scales, kind of upside down and cut into each other. And then they're going to blend into here. And here, see all this extra wood here? I can take this down, but I don't really care. It kind of gives it a nice effect if you leave it thick there, right? Okay. I want to give one tip to the very beginners. You know, when you got your chainsaw in your hand, always be careful of kickback, right? So kickbacks when you hit this part of the bar, the top part of the bar, and it can come back. Always be off to the side, so if it goes like this, it'll shoot past your face. You don't want to cut half your face off. But anyways, don't hold the saw like this. Try and hold it as tight to the carving as you can and get up underneath each one. See, don't just do it like this. Go. Put your chainsaw down there and get up underneath it, up underneath each one. And I think that kind of will probably help you game. So I got that texturing all done for the feathers. I'll show you guys a full 360. And watch your talons too. You know, I probably should have done the texturing before I did the details on anything. Who cares? We're having a good time, right? So it shouldn't really matter. I'll show you a full 360. Hold on. I think it's looking pretty good. Just carve Rob's been, he told me I'd take the cheekbones down a bit, so I took the cheekbones down, just carve Rob. So I follow just carve Rob, and I follow Studio on the Lake. Ben there. Hi, Ben. How you doing? So texturing, like getting underneath it. You see how my finger goes underneath it? So hold your saw on an angle and go up underneath. And then I kind of blended them together here. So it's just about having fun. Who cares? You think real owls' feathers are like this or like this? No, they're not, because it's fantasy. It's whatever you want it to be, right? So that's the best thing about carving fantasies. It can be whatever you want it to be. And so you see, I left it bulky down here. It gives it an extra little texture. So this yellow cedar, you can see it's bone dry, this cedar, but you can see all these things like this everywhere. So I'm going to get my flap sander. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. This nylon brush. These are really good. I think Joe Ireland turned me on to these. These are nylon wheels you get on Amazon. This one is like a 240 grit. You know, they work awesome. They're in my Amazon store below. So I'm going to go along like this and clean up as much as this fur, as this fuzzy stuff, before I start burning it, because it will just kind of help a bit. Okay, you can see how that wire wheel, nylon wheel really helped get rid of some of the fuzzies. So now what I'm going to do is burn it. I've been known to burn too much, and I don't think I want to burn that one this much. So I got this torch. It's propane. And I'm going to burn underneath these eye things really deep, right? Because this yellow cedar holds burn good. It gives you good texture. So I'm going to burn around here and here really deep, and inside the wings really deep, like in the, you burn inside the deep spots because, well, then it will look deeper, right? If that makes sense to you. So I got it burnt pretty good. You can see around the deep spots. I'm not worrying about the inside of the wings right now because I got to deal with that another day. But so down there, burnt inside the wings, around the thing, and around the wings, like this part in here, I got to clean up when I do the wings. But you see I burnt deeper here than up in here. It just gives it a special, better effect, right? So hold on. You see? Now I'm going to sand it. This is what I got on here is it's a drill. I got a ready rod. See that? That's ready rod's like threaded rod. And you put a nut on the back with a washer. Okay, see the washer in there? And a nut on the front. I just use those plastic locking nuts and a washer on the front. And this is just belt sandpaper, okay? You can see it's a whole bunch of different pieces. So you'll see, just buy belt sanders, like aggressive or whatever grit you want. Drill a hole in it, then put it through here and tighten up these nuts. This stuff, you see this stuff's a little bit fluffy now. It's the belt. So when you sand it, some of these little threads will stick into your carving. Just get your torch and burn it out and it will be gone. So don't worry about these little fluffy things. They are kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not a big, I don't feel like changing this right now. So I'm going to start off using that sander I just showed you. And then I might hit the feathers with this too. This is just a flap disc. And it will brighten up the tips of the feathers if I want. Carry on. Okay, so that's all done. There's some bigger ones here. I could go back and cut smaller ones, but who cares? This will all blend together because this is going to get a clear coat, right, when it's done. What I like to do at the end of a carving, not the end, like the end of a day, if this piece is going to get a clear coat. I just got this, this is clear matte, this Rust-Oleum stuff. I just like to find the center of the tree and just hit it there. It will slow down the cracking because this yellow cedar is known to crack. Yep, for sure it is. So let me give you the full 360. And the last video that we're going to do on this one will be the wings and the names on the books. I want to hear some good ideas for names. I got some. Okay, so here's the full 360. See how that burning? If you sand it off, you can burn under there again. You know, see how I hit it with the flap, the grinder sander with there too. So there you go. That's kind of how I do the wings. Like I said, this one's here is a little bit big. These ones can be cut again, but I really don't care. Okay, the sides, texturing. See how this one kind of travels there? It seems like it's one piece. I could always bring this on, cut it. It's your piece. You can do whatever you want to do. So the back. And then this side. Well, let me show you how the wings. These are huge wings. So I still got to do some more shaping, but I'm going to leave them huge. I don't care. So the next video will be how I carve the details in the wings that Ryan taught me, kind of like that eagle up there. Sorta. But more basic. Sorry. Shoot the cameraman. So that's it for this one, everybody. Hope it's helped you. And yeah, this owl's going along pretty good because I'm not rushing it, right? Just kind of taking my time. Carbon fusion. Woo, woo. Over and out. Okay, one more thing. Some people for the very beginning chainsaw carvers have asked questions like, oh, I get the oil from my chainsaw carving bar. It splatters all over my carving. How can I get rid of that? Well, it's easy. You burn it off or you sand it off. Usually, I've never had any kind of problems with chainsaw carving oil on, chainsaw carving bar oil on any of my carving. So burn it off or sand it off. Carry on. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not done yet today. I got to carve this wedge cut. I'm going to carve a funny little Halloween skull into here, and that's what I'm going to do. Time lapse.
Yeah! Halloween time is coming soon! And remember, parents, Halloween time's not just for kids. Sometimes you just gotta be silly. Woo! Happy Halloween! But beware, beware.